So I was taking care of a friend of mine, Judy. She was in late-stage cancer, and she was in the hospice house in Smithfield, a hospice house. In any event, she wanted to leave her money and what her possessions were to a woman who was her stepdaughter, but she didn't know much about lawyers and that sort of thing. So I had met Jonathan prior to that in a social setting, didn't really know him on a professional thing, but I liked his demeanor and I felt like he might be the guy. So I contacted him and said, would you be interested in coming over to the hospice and speaking with her? And he said, sure, I'll do that. And so I was surprised, but he came all the way over to Smithfield from Holly Springs. And what really impressed me about him was, he had a very professional demeanor, but what really impressed me was his empathy and his ability to deal with her on a very human level. He made her completely comfortable and was very circumspect in how he broached questions to her. He wasn't aggressive, he wasn't overbearing, he was very, just delicate. He walked in and made friends with her and really impressed me all the way around about how compassionate and considerate he was. And that's, in terms of what I have to say about him, that's what impressed me the most. He did a great job with the will. It was very simple, very easy to read, well laid out, no legalese, just bam, 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 there it is. And made it easy for everybody, but I really liked his personal demeanor and his compassion. Well, I think from my experience with that it is important to have estate planning, because you don't want to be laying on your deathbed when you're really suffering and your faculties are no longer intact, they're no longer clear, you don't really have the means to think about, well, person A should get this, person B this, person. You want to do that when you're clear and you're not suffering, because it's so much easier and it's not difficult to plan in advance. Anybody who thinks about this in a reasonable, common sense way will understand that it's just really a lot better to do it beforehand. And although it went very smoothly with Judy, when Jonathan left, she was like, she was just worn out by it. And he wasn't there that long. So I know from personal experience that it really benefits everyone to do it in advance.